surely we deserve something better than all this, 'cause we're the ones who bring the meals, pour the coffee, and who serve up another round. We spend the hours standing and running on our feet so that thousands of you can sit down. We clean the halls and wash the sheets, prepare the pillows for your head. And though you may get to lie down in it, it was us who made the bed. But that's alright, 'cause our hearts are with the fight. And that's alright, 'cause we are standing for our rights. And we won't take anything lying down anymore.
The old union wasn't trustworthy. There wasn't fear. There wasn't straightforward. Right? And we hear about meeting Paul Clifford, and we went to see who is Paul Clifford and his side of story, and the truth was there.
We've had some jockey club shop stewards come in. Yeah. It'll be democratically rebuilt, and there'll be training for everybody involved.
So I get involved in the new Local 75. Over the last year, things that I saw is the activity of the union. We get involved in the union. We know what's going on. We know where the money is going. And the people who run the union is very good.
Early in the morning, on weekends, between 6 and 8 in the mornings at a lot of the downtown hotels, letting people know about what was going on out here at the Valhalla and getting ready for what was going to be a really good show. Alicia?
We are here to, I'm nervous. Here to support. Pardon? Just support. We are here to support. Yes, we are here to support the workers from the Valhalla Inn. Thank you.
Brothers, I bring you greetings from the Labor Council, and I want to say that, you have recently, as a local, reaffiliated to our council, and we are very, very glad to have you back and participating fully in our council.
You have a very, very good program here to follow and support and defend it so that you end up with the kind of good contract that you could be proud of. And you've got to be willing to take actions. You can't say, let somebody else do it for me. You got to do it yourself. You got to be willing to act like you're doing today. I mean, this was awesome. All these meetings today, the seats were all full. That's a step.
The most important thing this union stands for is dignity and respect. We want to teach you that tomorrow, tonight, when you go back to your jobs, that you can see eye to eye to your management, because he ain't better than you guys. He is not.
It's alright, it's alright. Oh, we're fighting for respect. It's alright, it's alright.
I'm here to speak about education and why education is important to all of us. I feel education is the key to success, with the members taking interest in learning about issues such as health, safety, benefits and human rights, and our contract negotiation. We can achieve a better understanding on what Local 75 means to us. So I say, get involved.
As the language barrier, I never heard of it, but I know the color.
I tell them as long as I represent them, as long as I'm the union shop steward, I don't have no enemies. Regardless of the language, the color, it doesn't matter to me. We are all humans, and if I feel that you're being unjustified on your work, I will stand up there for you.
We have a meeting with those executive manager, that we have reduced rooms for if you have a pregnancy until 7 months, until you're going to be take your maternity leave.
And she's not prepared to give up or surrender in the fight. And she's not prepared to stop and rest. Or listen to the ones who have so much more. Tell her she should be prepared to settle for less.
Now, how long that's going to take, who knows? In the meantime, how's she supposed to eat?
How can we avoid this kind of situation for the new negotiations?
No 1 cent from your union dues goes to benefits. All the benefits are given by the company. The company is in charge of giving the employee the benefits, and it's the job of all of us as a union to make sure that the company contribute more money into the benefits. We have to fight for benefits for the part-timers, and I tell you why. Because, as you know, the part-timers don't get any benefits, and management can start thinking about hiring more part-timers instead of full-timers just because they don't have benefits. But if we get the company to put more money into the benefits to improve the package of benefits that we already have and include the part-timers as well, because they deserve it as anybody else who works, we can show that all together we can do a good job.
At the end of this conference, one of our goals and our resolution is going to be to make our employers for the new collective agreement get those benefits for our brothers and sisters who are part-timers as well.
Seniority is very important. To build support in our union, to win respect from our employers, and protection in our collective agreements, for our skills, our experience, and years of service when it comes to promotions and transfers. That is what seniority is about. No coverage. But that is something that we have to...
Years, worked in the bar 10 years, but worked as a waitress, say 3, because before you were a bar porter.
Right, exactly.
At the conference, we spoke about benefits, education, health and safety, human rights, job security, and I was part of the workshop for seniority, and that was something new for me. That was pretty good.
I think seniority is very, very important in the collective agreements. It gives us protection, it gives us the right to work, it helps stop turnover of staff, numbers of things. I think we need to build a strong union, and the way we can do that is we have to have the support of everyone to get involved and be active in the union.
We allowed management to push what they wanted on us, okay? What do we have to do to fight an issue like this?
If you're saying that we're first to say it's management's fault, then we're saying that workers are afraid. Like John's saying, what are the reasons? Why are the reasons that all those issues are there? That there's broken
Health and
machinery,
safety is a major concern for many reasons. There's the obvious ones, prevention of accidents, things along that line. The other thing too is making people who work here aware that we all, including the owner, employers, have to respect all the various legislations such as the Occupational Health and Safety Act, the Green Book, and the other ones, how to handle chemicals. But there's also other ones brought in as well that people don't really recognize as being part of health and safety, and that's even the union contract. And of course, the new one which is popping up too is the harassment. When harassment happens to people in the union, first of all we have to do is make people aware that, number one, it's against the law. Number two, it's against our right as people. It diminishes us. We as a union can do a lot, but as well, we have to, as workers, talk to our fellow people because we work together. So we need to talk to each other while we're working and let people really be aware of what is going on. We've got to take care of each other. The difficult question, and it's a very difficult question, is what will we do if they take away the laws? And that, I think, just gets to the heart of the whole matter because that just gets me right to the pit of my stomach and it almost makes me ill to think that that would happen, which we have to be stronger. We have to get some of the laws that exist, like the harassment legislation, like the things in labor law, Health and Safety Act. We've got to get it in the contract so that it can be there and say, look, here it is. You can't do this anymore because it's in the contract. Because that is really the last way that we can protect ourselves as workers and as a union.
Ain't gonna let no baby garden turn us around, turn us around, turn us around. Ain't gonna let no baby garden turn us around. Keep on walking, keep on trucking, gonna build a
Send messages to all other hotels in Toronto saying that they can't lease out any portion of the hotel which belongs to the union, and we have to stick together until we have to put up everything in order.
Brother James Stamus, who you all know, the Canadian Director of HERE and International Trustee of Local 75.
And we will not let the employer, and we're going to serve them notice, that they will not open in the future a non-union restaurant in a union hotel. And they're going to take notice after this is over here, this rally is over today and all the rest of the week. And I want to thank you.
The Bayview Garden now is existing. It's leased out the space called Nathan Phillips. Before it has been a banquet room. Most of our employees used to work there as banquet employees. Now they leased out that space, and that's how the Bayview Garden established in this place. And they hired all non-unionized people, and we are struggling to get them a contract. Metropolitan and Hilton, if one hotel do in the city, all the hotels, they are going to follow that. So as we are the members of the union, we have to get together and we have to avoid those kind of activities and those kind of situation and protect our unionized job in Toronto.
We have already made this point. We are not, the union is not against the Chinese restaurant or the Chinese Restaurant Association. The union is concerned about the job security and the benefit of the workers. And because a lot of people, Chinese people, don't exactly know how unions work. And this is a good chance for the union to introduce themselves to the community.
Brothers and sisters, I'm here on behalf of NAC in solidarity with your struggle. I'm also here as a Chinese-Canadian woman. We just had a meeting Thursday with Michelle to talk about the strategy in terms of some of the contracting out that's also happening in Colony Hotel in Sheraton East. And we talk about the issue, saying that this is not an attack on Chinese restaurants or on this particular restaurants. We are talking about stop contracting out campaign in the hotel industries. Because if it can happen to a restaurant, it can also happen to the housekeeping department, to the linen department, and all the other departments. And it's the contracting out that we are fighting against.
To the box, he is one of the invisible ones, with no future, with no past. So he joins his hope to the hopes of all the others, and join the ranks of thousands of sisters and brothers who rise like grass through the pavement, and who know themselves to be worthy of respect.
We can keep our job, and they are not going to sell our job like happened in the Colony Hotel, in the Hilton, and our hotel, in the Metropolitan Hotel. They're going to do the same thing, but we start with the rallies in the colony, and we show them that we are together, and they change their mind and say, no way, we don't want this in our hotel, and we win that one.
When something like the manager will come and say, okay, you have to change the shower curtain, and she will come in your 50 minutes break, or you have a rush room. Who got the power? We got the power. No, you go back upstairs and do it yourself if you want a rush.
The new Hotel and Restaurant Employees International Union, Local 75.
Justice.